folks, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. I really hope you enjoyed the relaunch of my tutorial series and that my new improvements I made come in handy for you. While last time we only had a little whistle warm up with the song Otherworld, today things are getting serious. Cause today we are going to learn the song Everything Remains As It Never Was from Eluveitie's album with the same name, and it's one of my most favorite songs from Eluveitie, and I'm quite sad that somehow they are not performing this song live anymore for a long time. But therefore we are here today to give this song some new energy and power, and I'm going to teach you how to play the song. But before we start, I would like to get some extra feedback from you regarding the readability of the sheet paper. In today's song, for example, we have a longer whistle solo with a lot of individual notes that I have to display on the sheet paper. I separated the whistle solo in several parts to make it easier for you to learn the song, and also so that I don't have to squeeze too many notes on one sheet paper. My question to you now is whether it is still easy to read the sheet paper when the flutes are separated in 4 different rows and when they have this kind of size, you know? Because of course I could make the flutes bigger, I could for example separate them just in 3 rows but have them quite bigger. But the problem is when I'm teaching you for example whistle solos that have a lot of notes that I need to display on the sheet paper, I also need to change the sheet paper more often, and in my opinion I think that it's quite confusing and disturbing when I'm changing the sheet paper all the time while playing the song for you, and that's why I now separate it in 4 different rows. The flutes might be a little bit smaller, but I can fit more notes on the sheet paper and have the solo just separated in a part A and B and not like A, B, C and stuff like this. I wanted to know from you if that's a good idea, if that's a good concept I am doing. So please, after this tutorial video, feel free to write down in the comments if it was readable, if it was fine for you, or if there's like any improvement I can do on the sheet paper to make it more or easier to read for you. So let's finally get started with the song, and I can tell you that song drove me crazy. But first we start with the intro. I separated this one in a part A and B, and you need a whistle in the key of low D. Let's learn. Then we have another whistle part which is basically exactly the same as the intro, except that the intro part A, you only play it to the C. So in this part A of the intro, only to the C. But otherwise it's exactly the same as the intro. You have the part A only to the C and the full part B, and just keep that in mind. And now we are coming to the part that really gave me goosebumps, the solo part. How do I practice and learn solo parts? Normally I sit down, grab the right whistle and try to learn the individual parts of the solo. So listening the single notes out, playing it, and everything is fine. And in this solo part, right from the beginning, I heard, of course, that there are two whistles playing, like a main melody and another whistle that is playing like a harmony or major third on top of it. This song is written in the key of D major. In order to play the whistle solo, we need a whistle in the key of A. An A whistle has exactly the same notes like on a low D whistle, but just on a different finger positioning. And of course we play with a high A whistle, because when you listen to the original solo, you can basically hear that it's not a low D whistle included in the solo. So we need a whistle in order to play the main melody and the second harmony whistle that is playing on top. However, when I was learning the second whistle, like the harmony part that plays on top, I was roughly playing the right thing, but it always kind of sounded off. I was playing to the original backtrack and I was always like, I'm playing the right thing here, I'm playing the right thing, but it always sounded a bit off and I was super confused. And well, then I figured out what is the mistake. Somehow the whistles on the Eluveitie solo are out of tune. Well, the curious thing is that in my personal opinion, grabbing a whistle in the key of B flat for the harmony part sounds more correct than having a whistle in the key of A, even if the notes of a B flat whistle are not really included on a D major scale. So the Eluveitie solo is somewhere between B flat and the key of A. Somehow, I don't know. That's my personal opinion. That's what I heard out from it while practicing and learning the solo part. And for my latest cover version of this song, I of course recorded the whole whistle, so the main whistle part and the harmony part with the whistle in the key of A. And then my friend Pablo, who's mixing and mastering all my cover versions, thank you so much for that, actually adapted my solo to the ones of Eluveitie. So if your A whistle doesn't quite fit with the original whistle solo in the backtrack or in the original track, you might consider to take a whistle in the key of B flat for the harmony part, but do so at your own risk. First, I'm going to teach you the main melody of the whistle solo, and after that the second whistle, the harmony part. I separated both whistle solos in a part A and B. Grab your whistle in the key of A and let's go! After we finally managed to learn the solo, last but not least, there's just the outro part left, and it's basically just the intro part A. But here at the end, we have a key change, so you need to grab a whistle in the key of F in order to play the outro part. So folks, we are at the end of this tutorial video for the song Everything Remains As It Never Was, and I really hope you learned something today and soon you can nail the song also on full speed. If you want to play the song together with me and the original backtrack, then make sure to check out my latest cover version of the song. And if you found this video somehow helpful or valuable, I would be super happy about a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you should totally do that, because there are tons of more songs we need to learn and practice for the future, right? So see you in the next video and keep practicing.